How you doing out there, folks? Yes, it's me, Frankie, the unknown songwriter. Okay, now I'm going to do Chapter 2 of Real Diamond by M.A. Holland. Chapter 2, How Frank and Marie Met. Now that Frank has the Real Diamond wedding band put away for safekeeping, all he has to do is find the girl of his dreams to give it to. He started to go out to clubs and meet different women, but they didn't have the spark that he was looking for. So he decided to, talk to his mother, because she noticed that he was acting kind of funny. And she said, "Son, what's bothering you?" And he said that he wanted to go out on his own and didn't want to be tied to her apron strings. And his mother told him that whatever he wanted to do was all right with her. Frank went back to doing his job and saving his money to create a nest egg for him and the girl of his dreams. Frank's mom talked to this guy who was a friend of the family, and he knew Frank for a while, and he said that he knew somebody in the neighborhood that would I go and fix, look at the antenna on her TV, it wasn't working. And I said, sure. Frank said he'll do it. So he went to the apartment, and when they arrived, he told Marie, "This is Frank." And she said, "I'm pleased to meet you." Frank fixed the TV, got the TV working fine. It was a bad connection. I asked Frank, "How much do I owe you?" And the friend of the family said, "I will pay him." Frank gave me his phone number and said, "If you need anything, just call me." Lo and behold, I called Frank and told him that my record player wasn't working, and he could come over, and then he looked at it, and he said sure he would look at it. When he arrived, he said, let's see, he said, "Marie, where's the broken phono?" And I showed it to him, and he said, "I think you need a new needle." And that he would take the old one and get a new one in a couple of days. This was only the start of many visits to my apartment. Frank came back and fixed the record player and anything and everything that I needed fixed. I tried to pay him, but he said, "We can chalk it up to our friendship." Since Frank had a car, he took me to drive-in movies, dinners, and any place I wanted to go. I was falling in love with him, and Frank was falling in love with me. He asked me, "Would you like to meet my mom and stepdad?" And I said, "Oh, sure." Frank only lived a few blocks from my apartment. When we got there, Frank's mom was waiting at the door and said, "I have been looking forward to meeting you. I've heard a lot of good things about you, and I hope that you will make Frank happy." His mother liked the idea that I was a little older than him. Frank took me as much as he could to see his mom and stepdad. Frank started staying overnight at my apartment on weekends. Remember, at this point of the story, nobody knew about the Real Diamond, including me. While lying in bed with Frank, he told me that both his mother and real dad were both in show business, and his mother met his father at the 1933 Chicago World's Fair. They both worked the 1939 New York World's Fair, as well as carnivals, circuses, expositions across the country. I asked Frank, what did your parents do when they performed? Frank told me that his mom was a singer, exotic dancer, fortune teller, and a stunt motorcycle driver. Frank said that his father worked with Frank Buck as an animal trainer, and he was also a song and dance man. And then, with tears in his eyes, Frank told me that his father died when he was only 12 years old because of alcoholism and cancer of the throat due to heavy smoking. He also told me that is why he didn't drink or smoke. I told Frank that I didn't smoke or drink either. Frank said it looks like we are going to grow old together. I said, wherever you go, I go. Frank then told me that he was looking at different places in the neighborhood. In the meantime, we kept going to see his mother and stepdad. Frank told me that he was growing tomato plants in his mother's backyard and that he had a green thumb. During one of the many visits to his mother's house, he showed me the plants. They were taller than me. In the center, he had plants that were green but no fruit. I asked Frank, why is there no fruit on some of the plants? He told me he was trying to develop a new kind of plant, and he would explain later. So the next night, in bed, Frank told me that he was trying to graft plants together, see what he could come up with. So he said he would explain later, and I told him it better be good. Okay, so that's the end of chapter 2. Now I'm going to be doing chapter 3 on another video.